guys, I hope you're all doing awesome, still washing your hands, staying healthy, all that stuff. I miss seeing you guys. It's weird not being at church or whatever, but it'll be nice once we get back to having midweeks and Sunday mornings again and all that stuff. So one thing outside of seeing you guys that I'm really excited about doing when we get back to normal is going hiking and camping. It's something I really like to do, but we really haven't been able to do that since we've been stuck inside. I have a terrible sense of direction though, so I like to think that I know where I'm going all the time, but usually if I'm in charge of directions, we're going to get lost if I'm not using my phone or GPS or whatever. I even named my car Nemo when I got him because he always gets lost, not me, it's my car, but whatever. So a few years ago, my sister and I and some friends, we went hiking, and I was just not too far from here, but we're out in the woods and we're going, and I wasn't in charge of directions this time, but we still got lost. But we ended up going in the circle. We're in a loop. We're just going. We're like, we keep passing the same trees. We're like, obviously, we're not going the right direction. And apparently, the trail we were on was like a loop, I guess, and we kept missing the fork to get off of it. But I just remember getting kind of frustrated because I was so hungry. And so by the time we got back to the campground, it was dark outside, and it had been like hours, and we were all so hungry. So we tried to cook this corn over the fire, and that did not go well. It was like cooking rocks. It was so hard. We couldn't even eat it, so we just like threw it away and all this stuff. But definitely not the best hiking day, but it was pretty memorable. I still remember it years later. But a big part of hiking is having a map, which we obviously did not have. So like me and my friends, hikers, you can get really turned around pretty easily if you aren't really paying attention to a map or GPS or whatever. So there's this place in North Carolina called the Linville Gorge where my grandparents live. It's really pretty. My family likes going hiking there a lot. There's some pretty intense hikes too, so you kind of just choose what you want to do. Here's a picture of Micah and I there at this look-off called Wiseman's View. So this is just kind of like a little bit of the gorge, so y'all can kind of see how big it is. So this is just like one little section of it, then the other direction it just keeps going and going. It's really cool. But so they say every year about 50 people get lost in there while they're hiking, which is crazy because they're all pretty experienced hikers, I would think, since their hikes down to the bottom are pretty intense. But these hikers, they get turned around like super easily, probably without really even realizing it. And so I feel like that's kind of pretty much how it is for us spiritually. We can be living life and everything's going great, then all of a sudden we're like, yo, I don't know what to do. Life's kind of crazy. I don't know what to do next, what turn to make, all this stuff. But God, He's given us the Bible so that we can use that to kind of help us navigate through life, to help us stay, going in the right direction and be on the right path, like all that stuff. So I'm going to read Joshua 1, verses 7 through 8. So it says, "Be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all the law my servant Moses gave you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, so that you may be successful wherever you go. Keep this book of the law always on your lips. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful." So this is telling us that God, He's given us His word, and we need to obey it. We need to spend time in it, to memorize it, just think about it a lot, so we make sure we're going in the right direction, that we're not just sitting lost in the woods somewhere. We're actually moving in a direction that is good for us, that we can succeed. That's the best option for us, or the direction that God really desires for our lives. So God, He's given us the Bible, but we have to decide if we're going to use it or not. It's like I'm about to go head out on this hike, and I'm getting all my camping gear ready, or my backpack and stuff, filling it all up with all my stuff, and I have a map in my house, but I have to decide if I'm going to put that map in my backpack and take it with me or not. It's the same for us with our Bible. I have my Bible, I have my Bible app, but I have to decide if I'm going to open it and read it. It's the same thing as hiking. So, why would you want to go out into the woods on a pretty intense hike and, not have a map with you? Because you want to make sure you're going to make it back out. You can go in, but you're going to make sure you get back out. Why would we go into this world with this crazy as it is right now, especially without spending time in the Bible to help lead us and guide us and help give us hope, so we're not freaking out about everything going on. We all need help. Even if we don't really want to admit it, we all need help, and we need God's help. And He's literally handing us His Bible and saying, here, just take it. I'm going to help you with it, but you have to take it. We have to decide we're going to take it from Him. So I'm also going to read Isaiah 30, verse 21. It says, "Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, 'This is the way, walk in it.'" So God is He's right behind us. He has our back, and He's going to speak to us and tell us what we need to do and help guide us. Life is pretty crazy, uncertain, scary, confusing, especially all kinds of stuff like that right now. But God is with us. He's speaking to us, and and helping and wanting to guide us, but we have to listen to him. We have to allow him to speak to us. I mean, he's saying these things, but we have to like listen to it and put it into action. So we need to look into our Bibles. We need to read them and see what he has for us in there and listen to it. So I'm also going to read Matthew 6 verses 33 and 34. It says, "But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own." So you need a map. I need a map. We all need it. But God, he's already given us one in the Bible. You know, he's provided us with these tools that we need to make it through life. But we have to decide if we're going to use them or not. We have to decide if we're going to spend time in the Bible and then apply that to our lives. You know, life is uncertain, especially right now. But God isn't changing. You know, life is changing every single day. Everything changes. We get new updates on my phone or new updates on what's going on, and it changes every single day. But God, he has stayed the same. He's not changing. He's solid. He's unchanging. And he's here to guide us. He's like, I know the beginning. I know the end. All this stuff. He's like, so I'm not getting worried. I'm not getting anxious. I know what's happening. Just let me guide you. Let me take you through this time. And I think that's so cool, you know, all we have to do is read the Bible and look at his map for us and put it into practice. So 3 things for the end of this. Read Matthew chapter 6, verses 25 to 34. It's really good and encouraging. I hope you guys can spend some time in it this week. Wash your hands, as always, and help your parents make dinner tonight. Do something a little different. So hope you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you later.